Hello there, book club. Dan from One Man Book Club here. Don't forget to go check out onemanbookclubshop.com to get your book club merch. Let your book nerd flag fly high. Guess what came? The new Kindle Scribe. We get to go unbox it, and I'll show you what it looks like inside, and we're gonna compare Kindle Scribe 1 versus Kindle Scribe 2. See which one wins. All right, ready to go take a look? Join me back here. Okay, book club, here we go. This is the new Kindle Scribe. I'm excited to see what's inside it. By the way, I've also got a case for it, so we're gonna open that too. And then we'll compare Kindle Scribe 1 versus Kindle Scribe 2. So first of all, first things first, let's get this open. For the love of reading and writing, a Kindle, a notebook, all in one, handwrite notes and book margins, built-in digital notebook, 10.2 glare-free 300 ppi front-lit display, auto-adjusting front light, convert handwritten notes to text and share, which is new on this device. Access to millions of titles in the Kindle Store. Includes Wi-Fi-enabled Kindle Scribe, a premium pen, USB-C charging cable, and replacement tips. The premium pen standard is new on this device because the first iteration you had to, there was a one opening to your pen, and then the premium pen you had to buy separately. This one is included with the premium pen. Okay, so that's it. Here we go. Drum roll. Open, open, open. Amazon's always easy open packaging. That's it. Now, get the lid off. And voila. There's the pen, the pattern wrapped. All right, very nice. Now, one thing about the pen that they said is that it's got a more eraser-like feeling tip, and it sure does. I'll compare that too once we get the other one out. And here is the Scribe itself. Let's get this wrapping off. And man, they make pretty devices over there at Amazon. So there it is, the Kindle Scribe 2. You notice the bezel here that makes it look like you're actually writing on paper. That's the only physical change though. No, okay, I'm gonna show you in a second. I'm not gonna get into that right now. We're just unboxing. Okay, let's see what else is in here though. Here's quick setup, meet your scribe, activate it, how to replace it. That stuff. Here's extra tips for the pen and your charging cable. Okay, nothing under here. No, nothing under there. So, put that away. Let me just really quick open the case so you can see what that looks like. Oh, need to open from this side. 1, 2. Get this case opened up. And it is pretty much, there's slightly different texture feel on the outside, but it's nearly identical to the case for the first one. Okay, so it goes in like this. It's magnetic, fits in like that. And then the back closes like so, or you can tent it up like this, there it is, like that, and it can sit on a tilt for you. Okay, there we go. We are unboxed. Now for the good stuff. Oh, I forgot. The pen can either go here, inside the clear case, or when it's not in the case, the pen will magnetically attach over there. Okay? All right, let's bring in the old Kindle Scribe, the previous version. Here it is. Here's version 1. Here's version 2. So there they are side by side. Let's first take a look at the pens, and let's look at the differences in the pen. So here's pen 1, here's pen 2. They are the same size. There's the original pen, there's a gap right here, a space that makes you feel like you can twist it on or off. I've never tried it. It doesn't easily come on or off, so I've never messed with it. I don't want to break it, but this pen doesn't have that same line there. The tips are identical. The difference is in the erasers. So the erasers, this one, the eraser on pen 1 has the exact same feel of the whole pencil. So it's just the whole, it feels the same. The upgrade on the newer version is this feels more rubbery. And as a result, when you erase on it, there's a slight resistance, which feels like a more real eraser, which is kind of, this one slides, this one has more resistance. So this actually feels like you're actually erasing something, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's really the difference between the pens. So let's just put the pens up here for a moment while we take a look at these guys on the outside. So version 1, the new version 2. The obvious clear difference is the white bevel, which makes it look like there's an actual piece of paper there that you're writing on. This one doesn't have that. As you can see, I don't need to explain that. The size, exactly the same. The width, exactly the same. The backs, exactly the same. They have the same rubber stoppers there, so when you put it down on a table, the devices don't slide. It's very effective, so you can comfortably write. That's the outside. I think this looks beautiful. I like it a lot. I didn't know I needed it, but now that I see it, I do. Okay, now let's turn them on. Here's version 1, version 2. Now let's just check and make sure the settings are the same as far as lightness goes. Brightness is 15, warmth is 10. Okay, so they are identical there. We'll close the menu. Now I'm not going to go through the menus of this device. I've done a video where I walk through the details of how to use the Kindle Scribe. So you can go watch that video. I'm not going to go through it here, but I am going to show you the differences in the two devices. Now, I am currently in reading mode. In fact, let me just go back to library so you can see the difference here. So reading mode, I'm in my library. Here's a library of the books and audiobooks and documents that I have here. And I'm looking at the new Brandon Sanderson, Wind and Truth, which is amazing. If you aren't Brandon Sanderson fans, you should be. Anyway, I'm just about 150 pages into it, and it's brilliant. Okay, only about 1,200 pages to go in that book. Okay, so now let me make this the same. Okay, it's learning reading speed, so it'll change to match this one. 2 minutes left in chapter, learning my reading speed. So that's all right. That'll change and it'll match there eventually. Now, okay, the big differences. Now, if you notice, the icons are different. Here we have the pencil. Here we have just a finger pointer. The difference is in the original Kindle Scribe, you can't write in the margins of the book. So you can't write. And it's making it turn the pages instead. But what you can do is make a note like that and select where you want to make the note, and we'll open a screen down here, and you can write like that. You can, or type text like that. Okay, so those are your options on the original Scribe. And then there's this tiny little thumbnail picture there that if you tap it, it will show you what you've written. That is what it is. And I'm going to, we'll just leave that there for now. Go to here, and with the pencil, if you tap that icon, you get the same menu that you have when you're in the note-taking section of this one. So it's on pencil, and guess what? So you can change to your different types of writing. We'll just leave it on pen for the demonstration. And guess what? You can actually write. You can write on these margins. And I'm not going to try to make it pretty. Just going to go fast, select yes, and it will box out. There you go. Now your note is inside the book, which awesome. Love it. Okay, now here you can insert a canvas so it calls this canvas. So you can manually insert a canvas, like if I wanted to insert it here, like right there. Boop. There. Now there's a canvas there that I can write on. So brilliant, amazing. And now that's part of the book. It's there now. Okay, isn't that cool? I think it's amazing. Let's just delete these because I don't need them. The other thing that's cool is highlighting. So here you can just highlight. So I always get annoyed when I write in a book and the highlights kind of get messy. But here it automatically highlights for you in a straight line, and you can choose to have either a highlight or an underline, which amazing. Over here, that's not an option. You have to highlight, you have to long press and drag across, and then it will highlight for you. Those are your options. Now, if you select it, again, you select it, you can see the differences in the menus there. So you can undo, you can delete, you can, it will do the searches for you, the same thing. You can, from here, you can share specific quotes to Goodreads. So those are a few differences in the reading experience, and I'm just going to delete all these because I don't want them on there. That was just for demonstration. I'm going to delete the note there, delete. Okay, cool beans. Now, let's go take a look at the note-taking abilities of the two devices. So we're gonna go out of the book and we're gonna select notebooks here. And here let's choose test 2. And here let's choose test 1. Test 1. Now we've got 2 test pages. Oh, that's test 2. I wanted to open test 1 for this device. Did it again. Test 1. Test. Okay, test 1. Here I want test 2. Okay. Now, one thing. Just you can use either pen to write on either device. Okay, so either pen on either device. Again, I told you how the rubbery end of this feels more natural. This one, you're rubbing plastic on plastic. Here you're rubbing rubber on plastic and it feels better. But these both work. So it's just this textile thing. It feels cool. Now, the thing that the new version of the Kindle offers and advertises is the ability to transform your text into your handwriting into text, and it can organize your words as well using AI. So if I want to write this is a test in my sloppy handwriting, I can go to the menu, choose the AI symbol, and refine writing. I can refine the current page or the entire notebook. I'll just choose current page because that's the only one I've got so far, and I hit start. It does its little AI magic, and there's my handwriting turned into something more pleasurable, and I can change the font of that. I can make it bigger. Cool. There's options for line spacing. That will be more effective when I've got other words on there, or the lines. And then there's different fonts that I can use, which is amazing. Okay, I love that. And then the other, so let's see, and then you add it to Notebook. You want to add it as the first page or the last page. Let's add it as the first page. And so it retains your original writing and then adds the new page there. Now, one other thing I wanted to show is, that's the same. is over here. Yeah, the same, the menu, that menu is exactly the same. I want to show the summarize feature, but I think I have to have a minimum number of notes. Yeah, I have to have more than 25 words. So, okay, this is a test. Let's see how summarizing works. I'm also interested to see if it can. I also want to test if it can read my sloppy handwriting. How many words is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Need 4 more words. I need 4 more words. Okay. Now, let's see what happens. Let's summarize. Current page. Let's see what happens. Concise summary of notes. The notes provide a brief test passage to evaluate the summary. The passage includes a request to test the AI's ability to handle sloppy handwriting and generate a concise summary. The passage consists of a short, simple text with no complex concepts or information to summarize. So it's like, there's nothing to summarize here. Okay, so if I were writing, that's actually pretty cool. Clearly it can do more. I'm not going to test it right now for this video. Just, you can go practice and play around with that. That seems pretty cool to me that works. So I don't need to add that to notebook. I'll just delete it. Cancel generation. Okay. So there you go. That's really it. So as far as the reading as a Kindle, I always say these devices are nothing more than large Kindle Paperwhites. The reading functionality is the same. The difference is in the note-taking ability. One thing I am curious about, though, is the speed of page turns, because the newer Kindles that have been released have faster page turns than the previous versions. And I'm tapping these and noticing that is the same instance here. There's a faster page turn than on the new one versus the old one, and that's significant because it's getting the experience is getting more and more similar to actually reading on paper. Because when this little delay that you're seeing over here, just even the subtle hint of a delay just reminds you you're reading on something electronic. This version over here, where there's less of a delay, makes it feel much more authentic. So anyway, we can look at that pretty picture to compare. There you go. So Kindle Scribe last year, Kindle Scribe this year. Verdict, TBD. I don't know. I know it looks pretty. I know that I think that writing inside of the book is awesome. There's a very strong chance, I think, though, that this version is going to have those software updates added to it. So that means that the real difference between these two would be negated. And I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. Is this bevel going to be the only difference between the two? Maybe this won't get the update. I'm not sure yet. That's TBD, but now you know. The eraser and the bevel, those are the physical differences on the new device. The software differences are what's significant, and this could possibly get the software update. I don't know if the guts of this device will allow it to do the AI things that this one's doing. We will have to wait and find out. But there you go. That's the difference between Kindle Scribe this year versus last year versus Kindle Scribe this year. That's it. Hope you enjoyed and hope that was helpful.